Hello and welcome to What's the Buzz on Zondits. I'm Frances Chase. Today we will be talking about CHP, or combined heat and power, which is a century-old energy conservation strategy that has been recently making a comeback. Over the past 5 years, installations of CHP systems have dramatically increased. But what exactly is CHP? What are its benefits? And how do I know if it's right for my business? Here to answer those questions and more is Max Twogood, an engineer from Energy and Resource Solutions. Max, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Max, to start off, can you explain what exactly CHP is?
CHP, also known as cogeneration, stands for combined heat and power, as you mentioned. It's just a technology that produces electricity, and during that process, when you create electricity, you also create waste heat. So a CHP system will also use that waste heat to provide a thermal load downstream of that production.
So what are the benefits to the customer?
There's lots of benefits to the customer, especially on the economics. When you burn natural gas instead of electricity, you're going to save more on your utility bill because natural gas is cheaper than grid source electricity. You're also making your building more independent from the grid, so in the event of natural disasters or blackouts, you can still sustain energy at your building. And lastly, if you shave your peak loads and you're on a rate structure that costs more to consume electricity during peak periods of the day, you'll save money there as well.
Can you explain how these CHP benefits also have a positive environmental impact?
Sure. By using CHP at your facility, you're actually increasing the energy efficiency of your building. The electricity that's sourced from the grid is only about 45 to 50% efficient. When you switch to CHP electric production, you're moving your efficiency up to about 75 to 80% efficiency, and that will save you energy, which in turn decreases your carbon emissions and your overall environmental footprint.
Are there any incentives available for CHP?
There are incentives in the form of state and federal tax credits, as well as financial incentives through utilities and state agencies. They vary from agency to agency, but they typically range about 30 to 50% of the project cost.
How are they determined?
Incentive structures vary by program, but they typically evaluate the incentives based on operational changes or equipment capacity.
What are some factors that make a facility ideal for CHP?
Firstly, the facility should have coincident thermal and electrical loads, meaning they consume both electricity and thermal energy at the same time. Typically, we look for a facility to have at least 6,000 hours per year of coincident loads. And then secondly, a facility should have a monthly electric bill of at least $5,000 to justify CHP.
Well, Max, thanks for coming in today. We certainly appreciate you taking all the time to answer all of our questions. For more information on CHP and other energy efficiency technologies, be sure to check us out at Zondits.com and follow us on Twitter.